it needs time. The VIP team is not a program to run for a couple of years, not even for 10 or 20 years. I want VIP to be around long after I've put my head down, so that our children, our grandchildren can continue to benefit from a revolutionary new approach to education. The reality is that this right here, the cell phone, actually that's a university that you carry in your pocket. Or whether it's a pad, or whether it's your television at home, or whether it's a TV screen built into your car or into your refrigerator. Right there, you'll be able to catch our university educational signal, and at your convenience, at the time that is appropriate for you, you will be able to pick your classes, and you may be sitting on the toilet and using, the few minutes there to catch up on something, or at night or in the weekend. You get to choose. I think we have a great concept. We've tested now all the software in terms of the economics, and it works flawlessly. Now we're ready to start with the live classes. And before I share on the classes, there is something else that I would like to share, is why. And the guys here working with me, they know that sometimes I go, why am I even bothering with all these headaches? Because running a company, or constructing a company, does create a lot of headaches. Well, usually the why behind the revolutionary innovative project is because there is a vision and there is a passion. Let me share you what is one of my sort of electricity sources that gives me the passion to do what I want to do. You've heard of the cars Fiat, the Italian car company who owns Chrysler, who owns Maserati, may even own Lamborghini, I'm not sure. They own a whole bunch of the cars today. Well, the Agnelli family is the owners of the Fiat company. And the Agnelli family is one of the wealthiest families in the world. They make Bill Gates and Warren Buffett look like socially deprived or financially deprived individuals. This is way beyond billionaires. Some of the truly wealthiest people, I don't know if they're into the trillions of dollars, I don't know that, but I know they're extremely, extremely wealthy. This family became very concerned about the circumstances of how we're living on Earth today. They saw that we're screwing up a lot of the things. We're polluting our body, we're polluting our environment, we're doing many things that brings into question how much longer can we do this. So they wanted an answer to this. And guess what they did? They went to the Mecca of intelligence, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And they actually signed an agreement which had never and has never been signed ever since, which was a carte blanche sponsorship. Carte blanche meaning it didn't make any difference how much it cost, because they wanted to get an answer to the following question. How much longer, how many more years does mankind have here on Earth to live? Instruction was hire the best scientists, buy the best computers, launch the best satellites, whatever you got to do, it makes no difference. What it costs, we're willing to pay for it. And guess what? They were willing to pay for it for 10 years. The study started in 1980, all the way went to 1990. In 1990 they were supposed to give the conclusive answer. So the date comes. The family is coming together. The scientists have buildings full with findings, but of course it all needs to be boiled down to a chronological conclusion. How much longer? Well, the scientists were a bit ashamed, and they immediately apologized because they said, listen, we must have made mistakes, because you will find our answer way too radical, and we don't even really believe the answer ourselves, but it is to the best of our ability what we know to be the answer. And the answer to the question, how much longer do we get to live on our Earth. Answer from the scientists was 2034. Did you hear me, guys? I'm not saying 3034, I'm not saying 7034 or 13,034. No. We're in 2016. They're saying by 2034, or at least their findings were showing in 1990, that guaranteed human life would become impossible. Not enough oxygen, too much bacteria, not any antibiotic to fight the bacteria. In other words, life on Earth finished, impossible. Once again, they said, listen, we must have made mistakes. There is no way. I mean, that sounds way too radical. It almost sounds like a religious ranting. Well, the family thanked for the findings, was not upset that they said that they must have made mistakes. They said, listen, we're humans. Even machines are made by human hands. Here is what we're going to do. We're going to grant you another 10 years to go ahead and spend once again all the money you need. Now we have better computers, we have better satellites, we have better scientists. Go hire as many of them as you wish for another 10 years, and then come back in 2000 and give us the new answer, the new findings, and that way we can get a little correction on that date. Hopefully, I'm sure they were hoping that it would be moved up into the future a little bit. Well, guess what? In 2000, once again, conclusion time. Here is what the scientists had to say. Our findings show we have not made any mistakes. We're right on schedule. We're right on target. So 2034, according to the smartest people, now keep in mind, this is not religion, this is not politics, this is not somebody trying to sell something like, how bunkers under the ocean or whatever. No, this is pure factual findings. Now, my professor, who was privy to the results, says the following. The study, no doubt, is undisputably showing that we have fantastically well screwed up our Earth, nearly to the level of distinction. However, we as mankind, when we study history and we look at previous civilizations, we tend to only wake up on the last minute. That's kind of when we bring out the best of our capacities, when we have nearly death as a threat. Maybe that's why they call it a deadline, right? So here we are, folks. You wonder why I'm motivated and inspired, and even when I don't feel like it, I still am pushed to want to move forward with the VIP. It's because I know the clock is ticking. We really do not have the luxury of endlessly splurging away with the resources of Earth, blindly polluting. I mean, come on, not only for us, but our children, their children, they need a place to live in too, don't they? Well, guess what? We have to change. My little field is going to be in two areas where I'm going to do my contribution to bring and provoke change, not only in my own life, but in the life of as many people as I can reach. It is in the field of education, because I believe all good changes happen with better information, and especially understanding the information, and then being able to use it, to implement it. And then we're also going to focus that around health, because that's my background, natural health. Health of the mind, health of the body, health of our emotions, of our feelings. Probably the highest asset on earth, isn't it? I had a saying in my clinic in Belgium, which was, health isn't everything, but everything is nothing without health. Think about that one. We're using Facebook. make sure you're in our Facebook group.